We're live. Yeah. I'm going to turn off my overhead light. Okay. It's so weird when your camera is on one spot and your computer's in the other spot. Let's see if I can move it so it sort of looks like I'm looking in the right place. Thank you. Smart. Yay! Oh, hi, welcome, Jolene. I have not seen you in a couple weeks. I'm just waiting for people to enter the room on Clubhouse. And I had a couple people sign up through my website, so that means they might hop on live on YouTube as well. So that's fun. All right. Well, we have a little sketch of what we're gonna do. Alicia, would you like to open up the room? Open up. Okay. Okay. No apology needed. This is our first pancake. We've never done this before. So it's okay if it's wonky. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I was like, is that us? Okay. Hi, Emily. No, it's okay. Absolutely. Awesome. Well, I thought it would be great if, because we're both certified in Reiki and full body flowology, it would be fun if you kind of gave a little tiny breakdown on Reiki and what we'll be doing today and how come it works, even though we're not all in the same room together. And then I will talk about full body flowology, and it'll be kind of fun to do it blindly because on Clubhouse, one of the most amazing things is that this is an auditory based platform. And then we do have some folks on YouTube for our live stream as well. So we're going to get pretty creative using different modalities. Typically, Reiki is done with touch, but it doesn't have to be that way. Distance Reiki is very effective as well. And then flowology, I primarily work on my own feet and send the healing to other people as well. So, Alicia, did you want to do the Reiki portion, and then I'll explain the flowology and the oils? You're welcome. Mm-hmm. 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 That's so interesting because I'm the same way. I'm usually up in people's aura field because I just kind of feel to where I feel that little crunchy feeling, and then I'm like, oh, that's where we are. And depending on what layer or level they're in, and very rarely will I feel guided to touch too. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. Mm-hmm. Awesome. I'm getting some comments that that they can only hear me on YouTube, and I think that's because I'm using my headset. So I'm wondering if I stop using my headset, then I think everyone can hear both. So I'm gonna try not to screw this up. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Being patient with us today. This is our first session.
Welcome
into the room, Zoya, as well. And we're glad, so glad that you could share in this circle space with us today. And we're ironing out all the technology issues today.
Yeah, so I'm live on YouTube, and then we're both in Clubhouse, and so that way we can, connect with people who maybe aren't on the Clubhouse platform yet. Michelle, can you hear Alicia now on YouTube?
Hello, Michelle. How are you?
Oh, it looks like she said yay. Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you for that feedback.
Yes, that was very valuable.
Yes.
Just have a one-sided conversation wouldn't be as fun. Okay,
no,
so
you're right.
Alicia, you were explaining it beautifully. Go continue. Okay.
Oh, thank you. So I won't repeat it again, but so basically, so that's how our energies can communicate with one another, is that we seek permission, and we can be together in an energetic space, an energetic frequency where those energies are communicating with one another. And so when I am working on, even though that I may be here in my room, I'm working on your energies through my feet and through my intuition. Yeah. And my name's Alicia, and I'm done speaking.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm Nicole Ronningen, and I would like to talk about the full body flowology. It's essentially like the merging of foot zoning and reflexology with applying essential oils for emotional and physical and spiritual releases. And so it's really fun because the body has meridians going all over it, but the meridians that we focus on in flowology go, like, the body's in half, like divided in half, and there's 5 on each side, and they intersect with different organs and body systems and things like that. And so you can be really targeted and specific on what in Chinese medicine, like, emotion stores there, or physical properties store in each organ. Or like, I can, for the YouTube folks, I can show you, like, there's different reflex points on the feet, and they're connected to different parts of the body. And then with the essential oils, we can access the emotions that store there and the best oils that pair for that emotional release. And so a lot of times with intention, Alicia and I will pull like intuitively, like, what treatment your body needs for an emotional, physical, or spiritual shift, sometimes all 3. And then we will pull the oil that is compatible with that. And it basically takes you, like, some people like to say, like, a low vibration to a high vibration, but I like to think of it as like more of like, if sound and energy are waves, I like to think of like what people call low vibrations, just more like densely compacted, and then higher vibrations are just more open and expansive. So we're kind of shifting from this like entry point, if you will, or this, like, what got your attention in the first place, like maybe I'm feeling sad or lethargic or whatever, and then kind of ask your body why and what it needs to help it move to a place of more energy, or feeling more uplifted, just for an example. So the name of the book is Full Body Flowology, and it's a course that was written by Janet Marquez. And I'm a facilitator, and now Alicia is as well. And Zoya was in our class, and Jolene as well. So it's kind of fun to have when we all get together. It's really fun. But the thing is, you don't have to be trained or certified in this particular modality or Reiki either to participate in the healing. The intention and the connection is what produces the results. So I will be, through this, when we get into the group healing, I will be pulling oils. And usually it's like I find out when you find out what we're going to be working on, and then the message will come through kind of as a channel download. So it's fun every time. It's something new, and it's what we're asking for, what the group needs, and then we're going to send it out into the collective as well. All right. Your turn, Alicia.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Nicole. That was gorgeous.
Wonderful.
And I love it when we all get together and bring that collective energy together. But you're absolutely right. You don't need to have any kind of background in any of this to use and participate and be a part of this circle space and this time today and this energy healing. So many of the people that I worked with, even distantly, when I was doing my philology training, didn't have any background in Reiki or philology or reflexology or foot zoning, but they were able to receive the benefits. And I've heard from so many of them that things shifted and emotions moved and experiences, trauma experiences, were shifted, and many things were released. And so if you bring your intention for healing and learning and an open mind, then there's some really powerful things that can happen. So
absolutely.
And in that space, anybody that does this today with us, please make sure that you're drinking lots of water, and that you finish today after we're done, that you ground yourself down and either walk in nature, put your bare feet in the grass, but bring yourself back down to this earthly plane and drink lots of water to help the movement and the flow. As Nicole said, we have lots of meridians in our body, and so if you look at your body as an ocean and the meridians as the river, we want that water to flow and take all that we no longer need out of our body.
Absolutely. And walking is really great because it stimulates our lymphatic system and gets things moving and pumping and flowing. So breaking a sweat, taking a bath or a shower, even eating can cause movement and help us feel grounded into our body. And if at any time your body is feeling uncomfortable, first of all, please let us know and we can help you with that shift. But just know that you can take a step away or get up and move or anything that you need. And just know that your body is going to tell you what it needs. And we honor that and want to help you facilitate that as well. I also felt called to say that, oh gosh, it left my brain. Maybe it'll come back. It came up twice, so I'm sure it'll come back. Keep going. Sorry.
Would anybody like to come and join us on the stage for the conversation? Would anybody like to add anything to what we're discussing today, or if you have any questions?
Can you tell them how if they don't know how to get themselves up on stage?
Yes. So if you, down at the bottom, there's a little hand, and if you want to speak, you can push that button and raise your hand. And if you have anything to say, and we can invite I've invited all of you to speak so that it makes it really easy. You just push the button, and if you don't want to, just push it and say, no, not right now, later. That's fine too. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
That's great. But well, know the invitation is there if you would like. And also, the little triangle over to the right-hand side, if you would like to say something to one of us, to Nicole or I, you can push that and type a message to us, or you can click on our pictures, and it also has next to our picture, it will have the triangle like a little paper airplane, and that will give us a direct message. So if you'd like to say something to one of us, or if you'd like to bring a concern or something that you would like us to work on today during the second part of the healing portion, you can type that in so that we can see it. If you're not in a space where you want to talk or can talk, we can still get what you need that way.
Thank you. I didn't know what the paper airplane was for either, so thanks for explaining that. Alicia is by far the one who knows Clubhouse the best of the two of us, and so I'm super brand new. I have
loved Clubhouse. It is come as you are, any time of the day or night. There's so many different conversations happening, and I love it because I've learned so much about so many vast and varied things, and I don't have to worry about how I look or what I'm wearing or what is going on in the background. And if I don't want to speak, I don't need to speak. I just listen, and I love it. It's been amazing. So.
Yeah, I love it as an introvert and an empath. I'm like, oh, it's just like such a beautiful thing to be able to show up in an auditory dominant space. I did remember what I was going to say. That those of us who have a trauma background or who maybe have chemical sensitivities or Other reasons why being in person wouldn't be ideal. And so I just want to encourage everyone that if you've ever had the desire to become an energy healer or like a Reiki practitioner or anything like that, but thought that it would be you would be limited by not being able to meet in person or not knowing that many people in your area, or maybe like I have a friend who is an energy healer but has multiple chemical sensitivities, and coming to people's home or having people come into their home was not working for her health. It's really wonderful to know that we can do these healings with intention, and they're very powerful, even though we are separated by miles and miles of distance. Like Alicia's in Georgia and I'm in Washington State. So it's kind of fun that way to know that that I can work on, my feet or send energy, and it affects the person no matter where they are in the world, and I can do it from the comfort of my home. And during the stay at home, when the kids were home, it was nice to have ability to go to work, but also and connect with people, but also have my kids close by. So I just think that's a really wonderful thing. You don't have to rent an office space or have a brick and mortar anymore with energy healing. You don't have to do massage all day long, that sort of thing. So I love it.
Exactly. I know my parents will ask, how are things going, because they know I'm because of my immune issues and my chemical sensitivities, I don't go into a lot of people's homes right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so they really don't fully get what I do. And that's okay. My dad has been a salesman for a large portion of his life, and that was always face-to-face. And so, for him, me being able to do all of this, it's so new, but it's so lovely that we have these opportunities, through our computers to be able to connect with people, or phones to be able to connect with people. So
absolutely.
Because that was something that I was worried about too with the philology and the foot zoning. But once you understand that it's all energy, mm-hmm. and it can all be done from everywhere and for everyone, there's no limitations. So that really opens up, and it's quite powerful when mm-hmm. you think about all the things you can do in this space from a distance. And I love it.
Yeah, and have you noticed when you're working on your own feet, you have different areas to work on, and then you're on someone else's feet and it feels totally different?
Absolutely. Yes.
I find like little crunchy spots or something that you're like, wait, that's not mine. And that's really, yes. really fun for us. Like our bodies, like the landscape of the feet change even.
It does. And things that you pick up on, you're exactly right. That's not mine. I'm going to leave that alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or really dig in and work on it, depending on, what is being called to what you're being intuned to work through. So I love it.
Yeah. I've also noticed when I'm giving distance Reiki, I feel the Reiki coming out of my hands so much stronger than when I'm in person. And I almost wonder if it's just like Source's way of letting me know, like, it's on, it's working. Like it's for my benefit or something too.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyways, well, would anyone else like to say anything or ask any questions? We have about 6 minutes more designated before we do the group healing. It's fine if you don't want to too, but.
And Michelle also has the YouTube connection too, so she could type it in there too if she
absolutely
wanted to.
I guess absolutely is my new favorite word. I keep saying it. I like that word today.
Great. Well, Jolene would like to come up and speak with us. Jolene,
yay.
Welcome to the stage.
Hi, you two. I'm so glad to be connected to you. I was feeling my Nicole I don't know what you call it. What do you call it when you're having a
I
withdrawal?
miss you. I know,
So,
I miss you too. And I haven't seen Michelle in forever or Zoya, so I'm thrilled that you guys are here. You ladies are here.
yeah, awesome job. And I'm figuring out Clubhouse. So
Awesome. Jolene, you're a pretty powerful healer too. Do you have anything you wanted to add about anything that we said? I'm sure you probably had some pings when we were talking. Maybe.
it's just, I really like your vibe about sending it out to the collective. I think that's such a gift that we can do right now. And it's so needed, right? I mean, everybody's going through something. I mean, I know that's true. That's been any time in our life, but a lot of people are going through very similar things all at the same time. So it's huge. So I'm so excited you guys are doing this.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we planned this like months ago, and then just put the date on the calendar, and then as it's approached, I've really been struck by how divinely timed that little, hey, that day works for me, that works for you too, cool. Like, oh, of course. So we're happy to have you here. And Jolene, you are in what state? I forget. Is it Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's really fun. You're closer to Alicia.
Yeah.
I know. I've enjoyed our conversations, and I'm again so blessed that we have Zoom and we can connect in that way. And so I know, but it's been a while since Jolene and I and Zoya have connected. So it's it's been a hot minute, as the kids say.
Yeah, I know, and I'm so excited because. Oh, go ahead.
Well, summer is coming to a close, so I think that's been the timing thing. So that's kind of what happened with summer.
Yeah. My kids are back in school, and it's so bizarre. It's like so quiet here during the day, but it slips by before you know it, they're coming home again. So I'm finding a whole new routine. And I have to say, the first week my body was experiencing this hypervigilance of like, because they weren't with me, and they're like older, like they're like, 10 to 16, so it's not like they're in kindergarten or anything, but we know that doesn't matter as parents. But that and kind of like this, I don't even know what the word is right now, but it was kind of similar feeling in my body to grief. And I thought that it would feel different, and that's okay. But it was a very interesting week not having them with me. And so I'm wondering how it's going to feel this week. But yeah, so I'm grateful for this. I have a lot of like energy in my body right now. So I thought maybe when Alicia forms the circle in the sacred space, that maybe we could start out by moving for a minute, if that's accessible for you guys. For you people, for you folks. Anyways. Alicia, I think you can go ahead.
Okay, well, and thank you for saying that, because I was going to have them sit comfortably, but I won't make that part of the
We can sit comfortably after we wiggle.
Right, no,
Okay.
You're totally fine.
Okay.
You're totally fine. So I would like for us to think about not only this circle today, this space today, which has been, I infused Reiki energies into this collective space today before we began. Mm-hmm. And I saged my area and sent it forward into whoever was going to be joining. I am sending balancing energies and frequencies to the collective chakras in this space. And so I would like to have us set the intention for not only coming to this meditation for ourselves, but the global collective as a whole. And remember that the energy that we send out to others and to the world will always come back to us. And so today we come to join together, recalibrate, cast off that which no longer serves us with grace and ease. And we're all in this together. And while we're in this space, I just want to say I'm so thankful and grateful for everyone that showed up today, and for those that are joining us through the recording that they will receive. So welcome and thank you for being here in this space today. And may you receive everything that you are supposed to receive from this healing session today. So as we begin, and I'm going to seal this space, and I ask you to envision yourself in a white bubble of light, the purest, most crystalline white ball of energy, keeping you safe and protected. And on the outside of that bubble, I invite you to envision a blue protective energy surrounding you, protecting you. And on the outside of that blue light, I ask you to envision the violet flame, which burns away all that is not of light and love. Today, in this circle, in this space, you are triple protected. Only the energies and beings that are in full alignment with you at source, that are for your highest and best self, and sanctioned by you at source, are going to be allowed in this space today. Any other being, entity, or darkness must stay very far away from this space. If anything comes close, they will be cast out by the violet flame. You are sovereign, you're standing in your power, and you are protected and safe. So as we begin, I invite you to breathe in, calling in all of the love and the light, and as you exhale, you're releasing the darkness, sickness, illness, anything that no longer serves you. As you breathe back in, replace what you've just removed with the highest and purest love and light, cleansing and releasing from all corners, from all spaces, removing stagnant energies and that which no longer serves, casting out with grace and ease, with ease and grace, breathing. On this last breath, settle down and breathe in. I'll turn it over to Nicole for the movement and the healing portion. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I feel so much calmer. One of the integration treatments in flowology does just very gentle movements where you start out with side-to-side movement. So if that's accessible to you or feels good and comfortable and sufficiently safe to do so, go ahead and just move side to side. I have a swivelly chair, so it's a little different, but feels good. My feet are on the floor. I'm breathing in and out. And then the energy, the next movement is a circle. So whether you do like this kind of circle or this kind of circle, whatever feels good to you. Sometimes I like to lean in and out. And you can always shift directions if that feels good to you. But we're basically waking up the body and discharging some energy. Remembering our breath. The next one is tricky to sit down, so I'm going to stand up. but it's a figure 8 motion. So sometimes my shoulders will want to do a figure 8. Sometimes the hips want to take part. So if that's accessible to you, a figure 8 motion is the next movement in this series. This one's usually the most wonky one for me, but sometimes it flows. And then the next one is either forward and back or up and down. So you choose your comfort level and back and forth. Awesome. Okay, and then follow it up with stillness. So now would be the time where Alicia could invite you to find a comfortable seat, comfortable position. If it feels good to have your feet on the floor. Sometimes during this treatment, we may apply oils to our feet or parts of our body. If you do not have oils, that is okay. We're applying them with intention for everyone. If you don't have access to oil, sometimes just putting your hand there or just visualizing the oil going there, or that feeling the energy of the oil, whatever sense is your primary sense that you connect to, maybe smelling, tasting, seeing it in your mind's eye, whatever is available to you. Okay, so I also use this book, Essential Emotions. It has a cool glossary at the back, like I said, where it has the negative emotions and then the positive, or the dense to the expansive, however you like to look at it, the name of the oil, and then some of the emotions that you can move from and towards. And so I typically will pull the oil and then figure out where we're going to put it, unless I'm directed to do something else, which often happens as well. Okay, so permission to connect to all of our energy for the highest and best and the highest good of all, with the intention of returning us to our divine blueprints, homeostasis, according to the intention and love of the Creator, and connecting to the source of the Creator of all that is, whatever that means to you. Okay, so the first oil is black spruce. It's going to help us shift from fearful to grounded. Okay, so if you have the oil black spruce, you can either apply it to the reflex points to the muscle surrounding the pelvis, which is the heel and the sides of the heel. So for people on YouTube, I can hold this up. It's both sides of the heel and the bottom of the heel. You could also apply it to your pelvis area and just put the intention there, or you can, like I said, envision, visualize, or intend in the way that seems best to you. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that on her behalf. And since I'm sitting, I'm going to put it on my pelvis. You can do front and back, or however you feel directed or guided to do so. And then I really like to smell the oils. And just envision shifting from a space of being fearful to being grounded. How's everybody feeling? And I'm fine if people talk or type in the chat. I like interactive. And if you don't feel like doing that, I'm not offended either. Just know that you're allowed to talk during class or type during class. Okay, the next one is Melissa. Shifting any darkness to light. So we're just going to flip on the light switch. Okay, so this one is the muscles around the scapula. So on your body, you could put it here, or on your feet, it is on the top of the foot, this little triangle right here, the knuckle of the inside of the big toe. There's a little, like right above it, there's a little fleshy spot, and you can put it there. The Melissa oil. Melissa is lemon balm, and it's one of the most supportive oils to the immune system, and energetically it's like literally like flipping on a light switch, and all the darkness just goes out. So it's a really great oil. At this point, if you know these two oils, I'm sensing that there's probably like someone has been in a funk for a while, and we're just clearing that out. I know I've been kind of in a funk. A lot of transitions, and I just feel it in the collective too. I know some of it's mine and some of it's not mine. Okay, so the next one is sandalwood. Distracted to connecting with your spirit and your spiritual practice. So maybe like just getting kind of off the path, or feeling like there's so many things going on that it's difficult to connect to source or center, or, you know, connecting to your spiritual practice, or just your inner knowing. And this one's going to be Indian sandalwood, if you have it. In Tune blend also has it in there, I think. And this is going to go on the pelvis again. So it can be the sides and the bottoms of the heel as well, or the pelvis area. Is there anyone doing this without oils? I'd love to hear how it's going for you. Okay.
I think this is feeling great. I am using oils, so.
Well, cool. I'm glad. I'm super glad. Can you feel like energy soothing out and shifting? Because I definitely felt like after the Melissa, it got a lot quieter.
It did, yeah, total shift.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then sandalwood's so grounding and just so yummy, but
yeah, it's very good.
It's like an energetic whoop, like is how you can describe it. That's what I felt.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is Star Anise, and I know a lot of people maybe don't have this one. It's in the Digesten blend. It kind of smells like licorice. But even if you don't have it, that's okay. We're just gonna intend that we're shifting from contracted to expansive. So it kind of feels like this first few oils are just opening us up and getting us focused. And this one wants to go on that pelvis area again. Okay. I love how this is a surprise to me as I'm doing it. Feels like opening your stocking on Christmas morning if you practice Christmas that way.
Yeah. I missed which foot picture you were using. Which one are you using?
Yeah, physical creator protection treatment.
Okay.
So it's
Awesome.
Meridian 5.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking.
And so I'm sorry. So this one's going on the
5P number 8. So the muscles surrounding the pelvis, bottom and both sides of the heel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love how if we have a question, that means someone else probably has a question too. So I love questions. Okay, next one is Rose. Okay, so here we go. We're bringing in the love. Okay, yeah. Shifting from feeling disheartened to a space of healing. I love this. Okay. So this is the reflex point to the muscles in the back. So if you can get it on your back, great. Another thing you can do is the inside of your feet where your big toe is, just kind of like going down the sides of the feet. So the ankle bone is here, the big toe is here. It's basically from the inside ankle bone on the inside of both feet, that yellow lightning. Just if you can get the oils on basically the full insides of your feet. From the ankle bone to the big toe.
And this oil was, which oil is this, Nicole?
Rose.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for me, I have rose in a roller bottle, so that makes it a little easier. But sometimes getting to my feet is not always accessible to me anymore. All right. Okay, the next one is thyme, which is a very hot oil, so be careful with it. If you have a carrier oil that you like, it's good to partner carrier oil with the hotter oils like thyme and oregano. It'll just feel a lot better on your skin. This helps us go from resentful to understanding. I had a family of origin situation come up again, so I wonder if this is anything like to do with that. Okay. Okay, so this one...
That might be mine.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm sad, but I'm glad I'm not the only one because I'm like, this doesn't have to just be my stuff. Okay.
No, that might be mine. Yeah, there's been, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like when I'm like, I am 42 years old. At what point? And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. It's just come around again like a merry-go-round for another layer, another layer, another layer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's been part of mine over the past few months. Just unpacking and unpacking and unpacking just because there was so much, and there's still, you know, I'm older than 42, so but I'm, you know, they heard me a few weeks ago because I roared. So I think the boundaries are still being tested, and trying to be honored by everybody, which is awesome. So
yeah,
but that might be mine too. So
is that like a which is awesome, as far as like, is that kind of sarcasm, or is it really feeling awesome?
I think the issue is not mine to deal with. Like I said, I stood up and roared, and it was good. I think there may not be understanding, but that's okay. It will come.
Yeah. Or they're free to not understand us too, and that gets to be part of it too, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, and you know me, I want resolution. I want everybody to be happy. I'm a peacemaker.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want there to be conflict. I don't want there to be issues. I want everybody to, but sometimes there's just not going to be that resolution because there's not an understanding, and that's okay too. And that's part of my learning too, is that I have to be okay with the not understanding and the not resolution, because it's not my issue.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know. That is a good point. Yeah. Okay. This next one, I think, will really speak to that. And I feel like we should do the forgiveness portion on this one. So, on the inside of your feet, I know this picture shows the bottom, but for people who aren't looking at the picture, I'm going to try to be as detailed in my description as possible. I'm learning how to teach this way. So if you start at the bottom or on the side of your feet, back by the heel, and then you work your way along the side of the arch of the foot, and then it kind of goes where where the knuckle on the side of the big toe is, then you kind of go under the foot on the bottom and then out the side of the big toe. And so the first, when I say circular or synergetic motion, we're going to do circles with whichever finger. Thumbs and forefingers work really well, but whichever finger you feel guided to do. We're going to do circles on that inside of the arch, and then the underside under the knuckle, and then out the big toe. And then when I say alternating, we're going to do either a figure 8 on each foot, or we're going to alternate and do a little circle on the right foot and then a little circle on the left. Either way will create a figure 8 energy. It's just whatever feels most comfortable to you. So we're going to take the thyme oil and basically go up the side of the foot, and then when you hit the knuckle, you go underneath the foot and out the side of the big toe. Did I explain that well enough? For the people who can't see and can only hear, was that clear?
I think you did a great job, Nicole.
Okay, well, I hope so.
Yeah.
If not, I'm open to questions. And then also, if you're just like, screw it, I can't do it, that's fine too. We're putting it on with intention as well. So I'm gonna put the oils on the bottoms of my feet, one at a time, sides and the bottom. And then I'm going to do the circular and then the alternating or figure 8 motion. And this is the part where we can really get into the emotions and releasing. And this is the point that feels like we really need to get into the meat of it. So the energy that stores here in the spinal fluid, so the reflex points are to the spine, and so we're addressing the fluid. is our ability to communicate who we truly are through our body language and voice, to feel unity, to be one with our higher power, spouse, family, or community. So just the people that we connect with, the people that are important to us, it's our ability to communicate who we truly are and have it be consistent in our body language, what we say, what we do. And so for so many of us who were taught to fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, like mostly fawning, we were just taught to shut all that down just to keep the peace. And so for a lot of us, this can be a really powerful place to apply oils with intention. And time is the oil of forgiveness. And to me, forgive means release, like stop carrying it in my body, be done with it, disconnect from it. So the circular motion is going to be I forgive you for. So anyone or anything that pops into your mind, and it can be multiple people or things. And then when we do the alternating, it'll be forgive me for. So like another way to look is like I release you from, release me from is another way that you can say it if forgiveness language is triggering. Because forgiveness does not imply like, oh, it's okay, no worries. It's just, I don't want to be energetically connected to you or tied to this anymore. So I forgive you for feeling unsafe in relationships or even attacked. I forgive you for thinking that you can't be yourself or feeling judged or insignificant. And then I usually take a deep breath in and really visualize releasing that. And then when you're ready, we're going to do the alternating energy, alternating motion. Forgive me for or release me from feeling unsafe in relationships or even attacked, for thinking that I can't be myself, or feeling judged or insignificant. And all the ways that that's played out in my life and in my experience. And then you can take every single finger and connect it to along the sides of your feet. Just touch with your fingers. And then with your left hand, you can imagine pulling it out if you want. So like infusing this in, but pulling anything out if you want. I have open communication with all parts of my body. We are one. We are strong, resilient, unbreakable. This brings us back into, like Alicia said, with the intention, our agency. We're taking our power back. And there's one more. How did that feel for everybody? Okay, then the next one is helichrysum. For those of us who maybe feel hopeless in these situations or relationships, for us to feel hopeful. Even if they don't change, we will. We are. And we're going to put this on our heart chakra. So you can just put it right here in between the nipple line, or in the middle of the sternum. So not everyone has nipples. And we're going to put the intention there just to lift those heavy relationships where we don't feel seen or heard, accepted, unconditionally loved, or understood. We're going to lift those up and put that intention out into the universe, out into the collective, that we have hope, that even if the people in our lives don't change, that we are growing and changing and healing. And then if it's, their path, they have the ability and the capacity to change too. So we can put that up there, and it's between them and their creator if they would like to receive it. Okay, so we're right at 11. Alicia, I would love it if you would close the circle for us. And want to thank everybody for participating.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nicole. That was amazing.
You're welcome. We lift some heavy things. It's like deep spiritual work that feels like play. So we really moved a lot of energy. So if you feel tired or just want to take a nap, or you want to like eat all the things, or your like body feels unsafe in any way, just like remember to really root down and ground, like Alicia said. Imagine washing off your energy, but just be really present with yourself. And you can always reach out to Alicia or I if you need any help.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and close the circle.
Absolutely.
Close that space.
So as we close this circle today, excuse me, as we close this circle today, we remember feelings in our hearts right now, feelings in our bodies right now, feeling of forgiveness, of divineness, of oneness, sharing space in this circle. We realize that we are community, we are resilient, we are connected, and we are strong. Everything that happens today, whether it's tears, whether it's strength, whether it's contemplation, everything that is done later today will be for your highest and best. Breathe into that, lean into that, accept it and learn. You are exactly where you need to be right now and in this moment. We give thanks to Source, to the universe, to the divine, of love and truth and of trust within each and every one of us, for giving this beautiful time together. Breathe in one final breath of love. Release. And as we close today, I ask you to call back your power, your energy from all corners, from all spaces, from all people, places, and situations, from all realms, worlds, directions of time. And repeat to yourself, I am safe, I am sovereign, I am protected. As it is, it shall be. Aho.
Oh, thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you so much. And again, my name is Alicia Marker, and Nicole and I have been so blessed to share this time with you today. And we will be here every Tuesday in this space, and we invite you to come back and share another session with us. Invite others that you feel that would benefit from the healing. Up at the top of the Meditation and Flow Collective, there's a little green house there, and if you click on that and enter into that club space, you will be pinged when we start the room moving forward. So thank you again for this beautiful time together, and my name is Alicia Marker, and I'm complete.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Again, I'm Nicole Ronningen, and you can reach out to us on Instagram or any way that you connect. My website is theessentialnicole.com. So if you aren't on Clubhouse and would like to receive YouTube notifications, you can either subscribe to my channel, or you can go into theessentialnicole.com and sign up for this this healing session, and then you'll be sent the replay. And then also anytime we have another one come up, you'll be sent reminders. And so we intend to be here Tuesdays, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern. and we're excited to see how this grows and impacts our collective and us individually as well. So thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. And